Amen. While we're standing, let us appreciate the angels of this house, Apostle. Come on, Master. Lady Master. Come on, let's do a little better than that. Come on, y'all. Come on. Yes. Amen. And thank God for, amen, our MC, the Prophet Jack, man. Come on, y'all. Give him a clap, praise. That's my best friend, y'all. Man. Sister Sam said to me back, he said, I know she up your we call it BFF. That's my buddy, man. We've been tight for a long time. Amen. Thank God for, amen, Apostle in the house. Give God praise for Apostle Wright. Amen. Amen. Glory to God. Thank God for, amen, Pastor Curtis, lady Giles there. God bless you. Amen. Thank God for the prophet here. God bless you, man. God bless you. Amen. Well, y'all class real short, man. Amen. We thank God for Elder Lasser, the honoree of the night. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, y'all. Let's do a little better than that. Y'all appreciate this man of God tonight? Let's just stand up and make some noise for him tonight. Come on. Yes, sir. Thank God for my lovely wife. Amen. Lovely man. My ride partner. Amen. Thank God. 17 years of sweetheart. Amen. Glory. Somebody say, every time I look at it, I say, glory to God. Glory to God. Yes, God. Amen. Thank God for those who travel with us from C.O.G.I.C. God bless you. Amen. Thank God for these awesome musicians, y'all. Come on, give them a clap, praise. Now clap your hands for yourself. Come on. That's all right. That's all right. John chapter 6. John chapter 6. John chapter 6. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm shifting to my next phase. Come on, say it again. Say, I'm shifting to my next phase. Amen. It is very important that you get tired of where you are. Complacency is an enemy to succession. Anytime you are comfortable and complacent where you are, that will become an enemy to where you are supposed to go. And it is very important that you understand that you have to shift at all times. There's going to be times where you have to be a wise manager of time. Yes. Am I right? I'm going on to preach 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I say 15 minutes. Say 15 minutes. Come on, 15 minutes. You have to be a wise steward of time. Yeah. Come on. You have to learn how to manage time correctly. I believe that as you are shifting, you have to assess some things. Amen. You have to assess your environment. You have to assess who's around you and why they are around you, and did God call for certain people to be around you? Right. Because many times it is your environment that can hinder your atmosphere, and you have to learn how not to be arrogant but yet be selective when it comes down to where you're going. You have to know, like Jesus, there were times in the Bible that he would heal people and he would tell them after he healed them, go show yourself to the priest. In other words, I'm not going to let you walk with me because I healed you, because I have to guard my environment. I have to be careful with who I let around me, because they are going to be asset to what's going to happen in my life. And so there are times in your life where you have to guard your environment. Say, guard your environment. And if you're going to shift, you have to learn how to be selective with those who are around you. Tell your neighbor, that's something you got to learn, because there are times the enemy will attach people to your life to distract and to distort where you are, so you can get, come on, frustrated to go where God has designed for you to go. Many of times we're not suffering because God's hand is not on our life. Many of times we're suffering because we have fatigued faith. Faith has been fatigued and stretched out with people that have not been, come on, in addition to our lives. It brings such a strain and a struggle on who we are and what we're called to do, to the point where we are feeling as if God hadn't called us because we haven't seen succession. Many of times we haven't seen succession, not because God haven't called us. It is sometimes we have people in our environment who are constantly, stressing out our faith to the point that we don't push as hard as we should push, because we have fatigueness in the area of our faith. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, every now and then you have to assess your environment. You have to see who's around you and why are they around you, and did God call you to walk with me? Take it, neighbor. You gotta love everybody, but you can't let everybody walk with you. Come on, glory to God. When you go to the bank, everybody have the right to go to the teller, but everybody can't get to the vault. So you have to learn that your anointing is precious, and everybody should have access to who you really are. Because some people are sent by the enemy to stagnate your growth and your succession. You got to be selective. Here in John chapter 6, the Bible says Jesus goes to the other side of the sea, and when he goes to the other side of the sea, I got 10 more minutes, y'all. The Bible says he's at the other side of the sea, and the Bible says he's in an area of prayer, and all of a sudden here comes the disciples. They go over there to check and to see where he was. Now watch this. When you're growing and when you are pressing upon succession, you have to stop and ask some questions, and you have to make sure that you have some faith initiators in your corner and not faith distractors. Say your neighbor, say, how many faith distractors you got in your corner, and how many faith initiators you have in your corner? Let me show you who is a faith initiator. Anytime you get around somebody and they make you want to dream and make you want to believe and make you want to go further and make you want to do what you always wanted to do, then you have a faith initiator in your corner. But anytime you are around people that make you feel as if it's not worth doing what God has called for you to do, you might have some faith distractors in your corner, and you have to learn how to be very selective over who, you allow in your inner circle. I shared 3 principles at my church this morning, and I'm going to get up out of here. I said there's 3 C's that you're going to experience when you're growing. Somebody said 3 C's. 3 C's. 3 C's. You're going to have, first of all, a crowd. A crowd that's going to come around you just because of your giftings and your abilities and your abilities to bring excitement or enhancement to their life. There will be no spiritual attachment. There will be no physical attachment. There will be no emotional attachments with your crowd. Your crowd will be only those who can get what they can get out of you. And when they drain you, they're going to leave you all by yourself. They will say, make sure the crowd don't fatigue your faith. You're going to have a crowd sometimes that expects you to be what they want you to be, and not what God has designed for you to be. The second C you're going to experience is a core group. Say a core group. A core group. God will sometimes bless you with an inner circle of people, glory to God, and they might have dysfunctions in their life, but they have your best interests. They'll drop what they're doing to follow you. They'll drop what they have going on to follow you. It doesn't matter what was happening tonight? They dropped what they were doing to support your birthday because they were your core crowd. Look around the room, Master, and say, everybody in this room tonight is a part of your core. Glory be to the name of God. They ain't asking you for nothing. Have a glory to God. They here because they have a love for you. But you cannot stop at your core group. Have a glory to God. You have to have the last. See, somebody who is connected to your life. Glory to God. Jesus was on the other side of the sea 5 more minutes. And the Bible says when they got there, Jesus said, why did you come? Did you come because you were, come on, spiritually drained, or because the bread ran out? In other words, he was trying to assess their spiritual growth, because I don't need anybody around me who cannot ignite fire in my faith. And I'm tired of being around preachers that penetrate crowds but have no anointing. I'm tired of being around people that know how to walk in gifts but don't have any anointing. I'm tired of being around folk who know how to entertain your emotionalism but can't drive your demon out of your mind. I tell your neighbor, you need some mature people around you. And when you get mature people around you, they're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. If you are the smartest person in your circle, then you are set up for failure. But you need to be around some people that know what you don't know, that have the ability to shift you and pull you to another level. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to climb to another level. And in this next season in my life, I'm not going in 2016, Laster, hanging around the same folk that are spiritually draining me, but financially and physically requiring things out of me. Every now and then, you need some folk around you that's not trying to charge you for everything. They're in your life because they want to see you happy. They're in your life because they want to see you free. They're in your life because they want to see you walk in the next level. Jesus says, why are you around me? Are you here because the bread ran out, or because you saw the miracle? In other words, are you tied to my spiritualism more than my naturalism? Because I can easily find anybody to physically follow me, but I need somebody to spiritually follow me. And as he walked with the disciples, the Bible says he required them. He said, drink my blood and eat my flesh. In other words, I want you to become one with me. I want you to share in my suffering, so you can be eligible for my glory. And see, that's the problem with some of y'all. You let everybody experience your glory, but didn't have enough love for you to encounter your suffering. You will discover in life that everybody will love your omega, but folk won't stick around for your apple, because in the beginning of your life, you're going to have to suffer and go through some things that will require people that are committed to you and dedicated to you. You need some covenant connected folk in your life when you're in your alpha stage. You need some people that are there because they love who you are. They're not just tied to where you're going. I discovered, Bishop Laster, out of the 12 years of pastoring, there are some folk more connected to where you're going than who you are. That they'll jump off of the ship and try to beat you getting there. But when you got some folk who love you, they won't let you drown all by yourself. They won't let you fall in the mud. If you experience a dilemma in your life, they're going to be right there to pull you up out of whatever you're going in. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I want to know in the house tonight, do I got some covenant connected folks on my corner? Because I'm not letting anybody in 2016 that don't have my best interests. I'm not going to let you in my inner core. If you don't believe God's taking me to my next level, give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, I want you to look away at your neighbor and say, neighbor, why are you in my life? I need to ask you that because I got to make sure you're not trying to distract where I'm about to go. Can I get some help up in here? Shake your neighbor on the hand and say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to ask you a question that's going to offend you if you're not around me for the right reason. Jesus said, if this offends you, then you're not around me for the right easy. But the Bible says, when he asked the disciples the question, the Bible says, somebody said, this is a hard thing. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, if somebody is around you and is serving, come on, and been committed to your life, it's a hard thing. You need to drop them boogers and find you somebody else. And the Bible says that Jesus told him, he said, watch this, if you can't drink my blood, if you can't eat my flesh, if you can't become one with me, then you can't walk with me. And the Bible says that many disciples didn't walk with him no more. Every now and then you gotta learn how to say hello, and you gotta learn how to say goodbye. You gotta learn how to lift your hands up to the hills. So when coming to your help, say, neighbor, I'm not being arrogant, but I'm being selective in my next level. Shake somebody on the hand and say, neighbor, if you're going to the next level, you gotta watch who you let around you. Clap your hands right now and say, God, hey God, show me my true friends. Show me who's connected to me. Show me who's my covenant brothers. I'm not looking for a crowd, not just looking for a call, but I'm looking for some covenant people in my life that want to see me blessed, that want to see me healed, that want to see me delivered, that want to see me set free, that want to see me ride good, living good, eating good. Are y'all hear what I'm saying? If you got people in your life that can't stand to see you doing good, you gotta learn how to hold your head up high and say, bye-bye, and bye-bye. I'm going to my next level. I'm climbing You got just a crowd in your corner. And the crowd don't care whether you go to the next level or not. But tell your neighbor, ooh, say neighbor, I don't just need a crowd in my next level. I need somebody that can pray with me if I'm going through. The Bible says, the Bible says, when 1,000 walked away, Jesus looked at the 12 and said, do y'all want to go? Because at that particular moment in his life, he didn't care who stayed or left. He was comfortable with who he was. But Peter, somebody shout Peter, wasn't just a part of the crowd, nor the call, but he was connected God says your time of harvest is getting ready to spring forth unto eternal life. Somebody shout yes. Shout in this place. Come on, shout in this place. Come on, shout in this place. Ooh, shout in this place like you're going crazy. Shout like you expected your next level. Shout like you're getting ready. Glory to God. Some of y'all ain't move all night. Something got to be wrong with you. Come on. Come on. It ain't no way in the world you can be in this anointing. Hello. You ain't got the Holy Ghost. You got the Ghost. But tell your neighbor, if you're fire baptized, Holy Ghost filled. See, let me tell you something. When David experienced a death in his ministry, it was because Levites weren't carrying the ark. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, if you got people doing praise and worship, they can't praise and worship when they don't have the mic, then they're bringing a demonic environment in your inner circle. But God told David, he said, David, the next time you get the ark in your hands, let only the Levites hold it. Levites are worshipers. Levites are praisers. And they don't need a mic.